I circled it on this. I told you to look on this.
All right,
And
let's
then-
scan
And update his birthday was wrong, DOB is that, and so I wouldn't use that whole number.
Okay.
Because all right, come on in.
Josh is in the bathroom.
Okay, as soon as he's ready.
Okay. Come on, son. She's ready.
Good morning.
Hi. Before.
Okay, no talking.
Oh, okay.
Who's charged with this? You're Joshua?
Yes.
Okay. So this is an appearance in the matter of State versus Joshua Sprayberry, cause number TK 435, 2022, case 14. In this matter, you were charged with a couple of misdemeanor traffic offenses, one being driving without a valid driver's license and operating without liability in effect. So the driving without a valid driver's license.
May I speak real quick, Judge? We both need to make a status correction.
Okay. He can make a status correction.
Okay.
You're not the one charged, you're an adult, right? You speak only on his, he speaks only on his
Well,
behalf.
I also have the ticket from before when I had come in here several months back and I had gotten my truck registered, and you said you would give me more time about seeing about getting a driver's license. But okay.
Are you not a valid driver? Do you not have a driver's license?
I do not have a driver's
When was the
license.
last time you had a driver's license?
I have never had a driver's
You've
license.
never had a driver's license. Okay.
You want to hand her that for your status correction?
What?
So this would be my status correction.
It's a fresh copy, but it's been recorded upstairs.
What is this?
It's an affidavit of state citizenship. If you read all the way through it, Judge, it's pretty self-explanatory.
State citizenship,
Hmm.
okay? He's a citizen of the United States of America.
He's a state citizen of Montana. You'll note in there that it says that one can be a citizen of one without being citizen of the other. And
It doesn't matter. The point is, to be a lawful legal driver, you have to have a valid driver's license.
okay, then maybe we should talk
If he does not
about.
have a valid driver's license, do not speak over me.
Okay.
That is the law in the state of Montana. You can be charged with driving without a valid driver's license if you are not a legal driver. Doesn't matter what kind of citizen you are. As long as you are a United States citizen and you are eligible to take the test, is there any reason you can't take the test? Is there any reason you cannot be an eligible driver?
No, but I am also not a United States citizen. I am a Montana state citizen. There's differences and
This is just the definitions. This is just the definitions of the Montana Code annotated.
Okay.
May I have
will
that
tell
back if
that
you?
right now.
Well, may I point out just the pertinent parts to what you're saying?
This case, not your case, you cannot represent him in court, okay? You are a, whatever, citizen of Montana, all right? If you are a citizen of Montana, then you have to take a test to drive a vehicle, or you are not a legal driver. No one is gonna stop you from voting. No one's gonna stop you from anything else that you can freely move about in the state of Montana. But you can't drive a vehicle without being a legal driver under the law.
There's two different definitions of a vehicle there in the Motor Vehicle Code, Your
What
Honor.
were you driving?
there's
Ford F-150.
Okay. And you're the owner of that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And it doesn't have insurance on it right now?
Nope.
Okay.
Trying to find a company that doesn't require a driver's license prior to insuring, which is easier said than done nowadays.
It's to protect the community as well as yourself. So if there should be an accident and there's restitution, it protects people from that. It gives them that right to be made whole again when they lose something, okay? Same way with you, right? All right, so it also states that there was a sign that was hit. So they're calling it a $200 restitution for the fix of a sign.
If that's what actually needs to happen, we've
Is
been.
that what happened? I'm talking to
Yes.
him.
We have been trying to get in contact with the town hall so that we can make right by them.
Okay.
But they have, we haven't caught them while they're there, and we've tried calling and they haven't responded.
And you've left a message for them to call you back
Yes.
regarding the sign? Okay, well, generally, if you want to take care of restitution, it goes through the courts, and then the court sends the restitution money to them. So if you're wanting to resolve any restitution, it would have to be resolved through the court. You can't just go pay them for something, okay? It's imposed through the court. Restitution, right here. You may be required to pay restitution upon a conviction. That's how it works. So I will ask a direct question to because you have been trying to get a valid driver's license. So you still haven't resolved that yet?
No.
Okay. Is there something that's holding it up? Just,
No, it's just very expensive. It's $62.50, I believe, for the state, and Then when I was at the MVD Express yesterday, they said that it was an additional $33 on top of that for their fee just to take the driving portion of the test. But I did discover that I can avoid that $33 part by going to the main DMV in Missoula to do all of it.
So do they do any downscaling when you can't afford it?
I guess I'll have to find that out from the main MVD. It was the MVD Express that I stopped at on Brook Street in Missoula, and that's where I'd gotten my original identification card.
How do you get anywhere if you don't drive?
I don't drive.
You don't want
I
to-
travel.
How do you travel?
Well, if you
With
want,
other
if you
people?
want to look at the definitions of the motor vehicle code, it's all laid out by the legislature right there. A commercial vehicle is a vehicle that's for hire or for carrying cargo or hazardous materials. Later on down in the definitions, a vehicle is not a private moving about.
Okay.
And-
I'll let you know that that has been challenged before in the courts. Didn't go very far.
I'm sure it hasn't, but Judge, this
So-
affidavit of state citizenship, I swear,
Either way,
it's the only way we're
you
going
are-
to save America.
They-
Because
well,
we
I don't-
have
I don't
problems,
care how
lots
you-
bigger
I don't
problems
care
than
how you say
bent
America.
traffic signs.
All I'm saying is, unless you have a valid driver's license in your hands and proof of insurance, or a bond posted is what is allowed in the state of Montana. You can post a bond and not carry insurance, right?
Mhm.
Did you look at that statute?
That's
Okay, those are
that's
your
just the
two-
motor
those are
vehicle
your
code
two
there.
options in
I
the
understand.
state of Montana.
And I understand bonding and insurance.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying here is, for one thing, the affidavit of state citizenship does remove you from U.S. citizenship, as opposed, because we're supposed to be 50 individual republics
Okay.
with their own citizens. And the
Then
case
there are the
law,
laws.
the positive case law does mention that, you can be citizen of one without being citizen of the other. And if you're a state citizen, then you're someone that Congress does not intend
And
to
that's all fine.
contract with.
But you have to operate within the law in the state of Montana, okay? And the
Well-
law states that in order to drive, you have to have a valid driver's license, okay? That will not work. I guarantee you.
Then why do
that
the
will-
definitions, are they stated the way they are?
Well,
If I can,
sometimes it's
may I retrieve the
interpretation.
document in question
Sometimes
to
it's
point out?
interpretation, okay? It's all within
It's
someone's ability to interpret.
Pretty straightforwardly laid out. Driving is a commercial activity. Private travel upon the public highway is not. And that's all any
There
of us are
public
doing.
highways out there. Just about.
And
There's
everybody
very
has the
few
right
public
to,
highways.
everybody has the right to comport themselves, their property, on their own private affairs or business without interference from commercial code, statutes, rules, and regulations of driving a commercial vehicle.
Okay, so you were driving on Second Street, Second and East Front Street. You were on your own property. So, you were on the ways of the state open to the public?
Which
Then you are
we all
at the
have access
liberty
to.
of the law of the state for traffic, okay?
Well, actually, not okay for me and my part. I'll take a jury trial then for my ticket.
Well, we're
I
not
suppose he
talking
might
about
wanna
your
do the
case
same, I
right
don't
now.
know.
We're talking
Oh, okay.
about this case right now.
Well, I thought you were asking me about
I
mine.
just want you to know that you have to have a valid proof of insurance to drive and a valid driver's license in the state of Montana.
Well, thank you for the legal advice.
And if you want more legal advice on that, then you could get a pro bono representation and maybe they can help you with understanding how the laws work in Montana. All right?
I'm perfectly competent for handling all my legal affairs.
You can, okay. How do you want to proceed with your case?
Not guilty.
Okay. And you'll be proceeding on your own? Because neither one of these cases will allow you to have representation through the court.
Yeah.
There's no jail time involved with either one of these offenses, so the court isn't required to appoint you an attorney. You can retain one on your own or seek someone that's looking for pro bono hours. And the next hearing will be in approximately 30 days, maybe a little longer.
May I retrieve our documents there, Judge?
Pardon me?
May I retrieve our documents there?
What?
Documents.
You may have these, yes. So your conditions of release until your case is resolved is that you obey all the laws, meaning unless you have a valid driver's license and proof of insurance or a bond posted, that is not lawful. And that you appear at all your court hearings. Your address is current,
Mhm.
70 West Front Street,
Yes, ma'am.
and you get your mail at that address too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get you to initial up here.
No.
Right there,
Mm-mm.
that you were here and that you're entering a not guilty plea. So,
Just the initials.
yeah. Alright, so you understand that you have the right to a speedy trial by jury or by a judge, okay?
Oh, I need to sign here.
Mhm. So you have a good phone number.
Yes.
406 288 1969.
1969?
Yep.
And do you have email or anything like that?
If I could.
Okay,
Look
so
at my
we can
phone.
send all the mail to 170 West Front Street.
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you represented yourself before in court?
Not yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna have my clerk give you some pro se paperwork so that you're prepared for hearings, for trial dates.
Mhm.
Let me see what the schedule looks like. Okay. So the next hearing will be on February 28th. Do you
Morning.
Are you working?
Yes.
Okay. So I make it for 10:30,
Alrighty.
because I have 11 o'clock. And Barb, will you go ahead, and give him a copy of this appearance sheet, and then set this on the. So you didn't enter a plea in your case for the driving without a valid driver's license? I don't have a plea entered in that case. Not sure.
Then not guilty.
why. Did you not make an appearance on it? Or
No,
did
I
you
appeared.
just-
You remember I'd purchased the forever license plates for my truck, and you were impressed with how expensive it was. And at the time when I was working out at the ranch at Rock Creek, I thought that I might want to get a driver's license so that I could drive their guests around
Right.
and go pick them up from airports and stuff.
Mhm.
But, I have had medical issues that I've been working on, and then I just discovered how expensive it was. We're, this time of year, barely getting by. His last 2-week paycheck was only like $393 because of all the snow and stuff.
Have you reached out for any assistance from the state?
Yeah, I've been rejected. So anyway, but that was also part of the purpose of working at the ranch over the summer, was to set aside a cash stash for getting through these winter months, which barely getting by. I got enough for electricity and phone bill and for this next payment, and when he gets his next paycheck, there'll be enough there for covering rent. But we're keeping our necks above water, but it's pretty paycheck to paycheck right now.
Uh-huh, okay. So you pled not guilty in August
Hmm.
on the driving without a valid license.
But you told me that, I
And
could try
I gave
it.
you some time, and you
Yeah.
did call back on 9/13. My clerk has another update for October, that you had an injury or in quarantine. We'll update, and that was the last update, was in October.
Pretty sure I called in December. We had some problems with our home phone that just got fixed yesterday, where it was not receiving or letting us call out, and our internet got very intermittently on and off for like the last 2 months. That's been a problem.
Okay,
But the guy just came and fixed it yesterday.
all right.
But yeah, I was hoping to, at this point, when I do come up with the $62 again, it looks like his hours are starting to pick back up. It'll be either like later on this month or early February before I'll have the $62.50 to even
Have
take
you
to the
ever
DMV.
requested